Libby from libbystamps.com, and I'm here to show you another card to do with the window shopping bundle, which is the window shopping stamp set and the window box Thinlit dies. And we're still using this die here today with a bit of a different technique. So this is the third in the series, and I've probably got a couple more I want to show you. Anyway, so what I've done with this card, and I don't know if you can see underneath it, but I'll have some close-up shots on my blog, so make sure you visit there. I've got embossed dots underneath it. So I've used a sponge Dauber and Versamark, and I've cut a 9 cm by 9 cm square of Whisper White, and I've gone over it with my embossing buddy and then inked up with the Versamark and just dotted down in various places. Then I've embossed it with either silver, gold or copper. Each time I used a different colour, I'd heat set it, then I'd come back, use my embossing buddy again, and then go again with the Versamark. Anyway, we'll do it with some colours, and I've already got my bits measured. So we're going to use mint macaron, Bermuda Bay and sweet sugar plum for this particular card, and I'll be able to show you easier how to do this bit underneath. I'm also going to show you how to cut this banner today. Alright, so I've already got my card base done, and I'm not putting another piece of card underneath it today. I'll put the measurements for this card on my blog, and I'll put the measurements for this one on my blog too. So I've already got my piece die cut, so that's the piece that's going to go on the top. So I don't need those bits for the moment, but what I do need is my bit of 9 by 9 cm square Whisper White, and I need my colours. So I'll open those up and get them organised, and I don't need to go and heat emboss anything, so we'll be right with that. Alright, so I've got sweet sugar plum, mint macaron and Bermuda Bay. Just put those maybe there. Alright, so I'll start with mint macaron, and I'm just going to put my sponge Dauber on my finger, and I'm just going to come in and lightly daub around anywhere. And you do need some closer to the edge, and you can go back over them if you want them a little darker. Alright, so we might leave mint macaron and come in with some sweet sugar plum. This is a really fun technique and so easy to do. And you can go over the dots. They don't have to be, you know, not touching the colours. And Bermuda Bay is our last one, so I'll come in again. I might need, that was interesting. Alright, so I'm just going to fill up some of these white gaps. You can leave bits of white if you want. I certainly did that with the copper, silver and gold one. Alright, so that might about do. I might come back in with the mint macaron, I think, and just go around the outsides a bit. There we go. So that's all our colours done. I'll just put these away. Now I'll show you how I actually attach this to the card. I put it down on top of my die cut. Isn't that pretty? And I sort of centered it like so. And then just checked the front. Made sure it was, all the colour was showing through the die cut. Brought in my card and I just used some liquid glue. So while it's still lying upside down on my card base, this is just so I know it's in about the right spot. Finger and finger like that. And then you're going to pop your card base on as though you were adhering it to your card. So there we go. And then I take my card base off and I've got that piece where I need it to be. Alright, one other thing I was going to show you was how to cut this banner. Now, it's a die in the window box Thinlit dies, and it looks like this. Doesn't look like a banner cut at all, does it? Alright, so I've worked out you need, and I have a little post-it note in my Thinlits. So, if you're using metric, it needs to be 2.2 centimetres by 14 centimetres. If you're using imperial, it's 7/8 of an inch by 5.5 inches, and it works with the stamps from the bundle. Now I'm going to use the Thinking of You, and as I've said before, there's always a straight edge. I'm going to come in with my block. Alright, now 14 centimetres, so I need it to be about 7 centimetres either side, so that's the middle. And I think I might use some Bermuda Bay this time. So ink up my stamp. So I want that to be in about the middle. Bit hard to see when you're stamping on camera. Alright, nailed it for a change. Now I'm going to show you how this little piece works. So I'll put the measurements back up on my blog so you know what they are. And I'll bring in my big shot. Let's get some of these bits out of the way. Alright, I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this. So I'm putting my banner on my, I've got my magnetic platform and a clear plate. And then my banner is going to go right up. You just butt it right up to the end. Put a clear plate on top and roll it on through. Then I'm going to do the other end. See how it's neatly cut there and it scores the lines. So I'll just turn this around so it's easier for you to see. And again, butt it right up to the very end. There we go. Make sure it's straight. Alright, that's all I need my big shot for. Alright, so now I've got my banner cut using this little piece from the window box Thinlit dies. Alright, now the other day I showed you one that was sort of standing up. This one I want to be a little bit more envelope friendly. So I crease with my bone folder on the score lines that are there. And I do both of them the same way. Now this is just my way of doing it. You may have a different way of doing it, and that's perfectly fine as long as it works for you. So this is what works for me. So down like that, and the other one. Now this time I'm going to have it sitting flat, as I said. So I just bend that under like that, and that one like that. Now, as I've said to you before, use all of your little bits from your Stampin' Dimensionals, and I've got these tiny little bits that come in here, and I pop them, so I turn it over and I pop them right next to the score line there. And then close that over, and that just gives you a little bit of height for that banner. One there. Alright, so that's what our banner's looking like at the moment. See how it's given it just that little bit of height? Then I come in here and I use whole dimensionals. And I've said before, don't be stingy with your dimensionals, because they're there to make your projects look great, not just okay. So I stick this whole dimensional so that it's just under the banner, like that. So that's going to give me a little bit more height when I take the backing off. Now, if you live in Australia and you haven't got a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator when you shop online. And if you shop online in my online store, between now and Sunday, there's a free gift for everybody who uses the hostess code and shops online. Alright, so we have our dimensionals done, and I've just decided I'm going to put some Bermuda Bay sequin trim on this. Now I'm just going to simply cross it over a bit like a ribbon, make sure I've got the banner up the right way round. So the cross is going to be going that way. And that way, and because I've covered that most of that dimensional up with sequin trim, I'm just going to pop a glue dot on top of the sequin trim to ensure that it sticks properly to the card, because I don't want that coming off in the mail or when I give it to somebody. So there we have our glue dot, and our banner is ready to go. And I'll just bring in the card again. Alright, so we've got all this bit done, and I just need the front, which I will adhere with liquid glue again. No, I won't. I'm going to put foam strips on it this time, just to make that come up a little bit more. These foam adhesive strips are great. I've just used them to make a shaker card, and I did cut my packet previously into thirds for a class. You can cut them to any size you like. Just want to make sure I've got a little bit either side of that detail. Alright, and then I might just put dimensionals in the corners. Alright, and I'll just take all that, the backing off that adhesive. Alright, it's ready to put on our card. Alright, that's looking pretty good. And now we'll just add our banner to our card. And then we have another lovely card to use. On this one I've used silver glimmer paper cut to 10 by 14.3 centimetres, and the whisper white with the card detail is 9.5 by 13.8. Anyway, I'll put all the measurements on my blog, and you can have a closer look at the detail of these cards as well. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.